Hey guys, and welcome back to the podcast. It's been a very, very long time. We decided to rename it. It's now going to be called the Vertex Project because neither of us wanted to say Forex Files.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube,
I
you may
didn't
notice
pick it. I
something
didn't pick it.
a bit differently. We are going to use face cams for the YouTube side of it. Of course, it's going to still be on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts, all of that good stuff as well. We both have our Vertex hoodies on. So it's been a while since it's been a very long while since we did the last podcast. I can't remember when it was, but
Neither can I, to be fair. It
it's
was
been
before. It's before all the changes happened.
yeah.
That's the funny
So
part.
oh god, I can't even remember. So basically, we are gonna be getting better face cams, better microphones, just to make sure this experience is as crisp as possible. But for now, you're gonna have to deal with what we've got. But yeah, Tans, why don't you give us a little update on what's been happening over the last God knows how many months?
I think it's been. How long has it been? I think it's been 8 months. No, yeah, 8 months. So 8 months. Myself and Ben, and do we introduce? Do we say that bit or not?
Yeah, we can do.
All right. So we've also got a new guy called James, who some of you may follow on Instagram. So there's three of us now, and we've actually come together and refined smart money concepts, which is completely different to how me and Ben traded over the last 2 years, three. Well, I traded for 4 years. It's a complete different year for me. For Ben, is obviously very different, and we've come together and devised our own methods on how to use smart money concepts. And since then, it's been crazy, to be fair. And we've finally hit 100 members on our Discord, which is where all our students are. So yeah, it's been a good 2020 despite everything that's been going on.
Yeah, for those of you that are watching, listening on Spotify, make sure you do head over to YouTube and subscribe. We are posting, I'd say weekly at least content. We're going to try and keep
Mm.
it weekly at least. We are posting daily on Instagram as well. I think this is the most content we've ever published out, ever, in terms of.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think because the feedback that we received from our webinar now, if you haven't watched that, make sure you do because you're getting a free strategy where you can hit phenomenal risk to rewards. But I won't go on about that here. But if you haven't watched that, make sure you do. There's plenty of breakdowns as well. And I think because of the feedback that we have received, I just want to say obviously thank you for everyone for showing the support. But it's making the content quite easy to make because I know initially it was quite hard for us to actually think of what to even talk about. To be fair, I think that's why we stopped the podcast for a while because we ran
Yeah.
out of topics that
And then
you
we
all
just
gave
never
us.
bothered getting guests or anything like that, so it was quite hard to.
No, no,
But
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, a lot has changed then. A lot has changed.
What else? It's Christmas. Let's quickly go over that actually. In terms of Christmas, myself and Hans both aren't going to be trading until the new year comes, purely because the amount of volatility and the amount of volume in the market is very, very low. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the time to trade. It's just not worth at all to bother trying to analyze. Still backtesting. We're still relatively new to the smart money concept, trying to refine it as much as possible. But as goes for trading wise, it's going to be a very slow month. I forgot what day it was about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, what else has happened?
Yeah. Uh, I've mentioned our members. I've mentioned the webinar. I don't really know what else to really update everyone on. To be fair, we've hit. No, I'm not going to say that. We've hit. Actually, I've hit my milestone risk to reward on a trade, which was 110R. And also today we actually had a client get 100R. Not a client actually, a free member get 100R from our free strategy today, which made my day. So
I can't
well
believe
done to
that's even possible, to
him.
be honest. Just off the free video that we give on YouTube as well.
It's mad. It's mad, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
mad.
But again, if you haven't joined our Telegram as well, we are posting daily in there motivational content, mindset, psychology, and of course the strategy. Tan's just released a PDF as well, which is a step-by-step order block playbook. Has all the sort of details in it, and that's pretty much what this guy hit a 1 to 100 trade off. Let's talk about the slight like ideology behind the smart money concept and why we decided to change.
Yeah, actually, no, that's a good topic because as you know, me and Ben and James even have all traded different strategies in the past, and we're not saying before we go anywhere, we're not claiming to be institutional traders because we're not. We're still retail traders. However, I think I think retail methods such as trend lines, fibs, EMAs, I don't know what else people would use. I think that's seen as like the gold standard to trading when you first start. I know it was for me when I first saw it. I still couldn't learn it. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. But we're not saying that these strategies don't work because they do. There's so many people who are profitable with it. But the power of risk to reward has like my eyes have opened. I can't believe how this year has gone. I think the fact that you can hit 50 to 100% in a one trade in the space of like a couple of days, couple of weeks. I know my NZD USD took 3 weeks to hit 150%. But the fact is, that was like a 200 or 300 pip trade. But with normal retail methods, you probably have like a 50 pip stop loss or so, something like that. And your risk to reward is considerably lower. And it's just crazy how this concept just makes sense.
Yeah,
And
for
that's
those
why
of
I've
you who
decided to
don't
stick with it.
know what SMC is, a smart money concept, it's essentially understanding where the banks specifically place their orders, not just understanding, they try stop our retail traders, be wary of fake outs, those sort of things. We try and get precision to the pip, and our stop losses between 1 and potentially 4 pips at most. And
Mm.
we know how fake this sounds, but we've released so much content on it for free that if you head over to YouTube, you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to go from there and sort of hopefully you'll be able to believe it and try it for yourselves and see what results you've got. We've had so many people view them. We've had over 1,200 odd views on the webinar. On some of the videos as well have had over 1,000 views, and the amount of feedback we've had from these people using the strategy that we've given away for free. Obviously, you do need to know how to trade if you haven't traded before already. There's baby
Yeah.
pips available. There's lots of different places that you can go to. But in terms of actually changing the way people trade, some
Mm.
experienced traders have gone from hitting 1 to 3s consistently and obviously being consistent to potentially hitting 1 to 50s. And we know how fake it sounds. We had the
Yeah.
way we came across it is we had a friend who was also doing it, and nobody believed him.
We
Nobody,
ignored him.
yeah.
We ignored him for ages.
And we were like, nah, you can't. It's not consistent. And then he was banging them out week in, week out, and we were like, let's have a look. And it is sort of crazy, but
Mm.
again, like Tan says, we are still retail traders. We still lose. Just the power of the risk reward is insane.
Mm. Yeah, like that guy who hit 100R, even like, granted it was on a demo account, but he'll have to lose 100 trades just to go back to break even. Just like, that's just bizarre. Um, I just think it's crazy. And in fact, we've actually had I think two FTMO passes. One person was doing the verification, one person was on the challenge with the free strategy, and we actually had a FTMO trial passed yesterday or day before on the same trade that I did a breakdown of in our Telegram group, which I'll do a video on later on in a couple of days. I would say after Christmas.
Yeah, if you
But I
want,
just think it's nuts. It's
yeah, we're
nuts.
not just making this up. If you are watching on Spotify, then head over to YouTube. You can look at all the videos that Tans has been posting. We have the messages, we've got the screenshots, we've got the screenshots of FTMO passes, etc.,
Mm.
etc. It is genuinely legitimate, and it's hard to like say these things without sounding like a scammer because it just sounds so ridiculous.
I know.
We're
I
aware of
know.
that, but you know, we're not saying it's the best
Yeah.
strategy. Some people can make 30%, 40% using break and retest, and it is, if that's what you like to do, then that's perfectly fine. You probably get a higher win rate than we do, but all it takes is one trade for us, and that's pretty much how we're aiming now. Order blocks isn't perfect by any means. There's a lot of times that there's going to be a bit of discrepancy on which order blocks you play with, which order blocks you pick. Um, but again, there's just different ways to refine it. We teach a few of them in our course. There's probably more ways to refine it than we even know about, but this is the way that
Mm.
we obviously go about it. It's honestly quite stressful to learn. I don't know about you, Tans, but it is relatively
Yeah,
stressful.
took us a few months.
But
Yeah, it took us quite a
once you hit
while.
that down, once you get that down, you got to remember we were trying to learn to refine it for ourselves. Like, if you do join the course or you're in even in the free groups, free Telegram, free content, whatever, we've already got all of that there for you. But we had to figure it out for ourselves based off what this guy was telling us. Um,
Yeah. That's the interesting part. And in fact, yeah, like our course members from the very start would have seen the progression, and it's quite nice to share it with everyone. I know it probably sounds like, why are we teaching if we're learning something? But it's like we've collectively got. Well, I've got 4 years. Ben's got what, 4 or 5 years?
Three, four
I think
years, well, about four now.
yeah.
Yeah,
James has got 3 years on him. Like between us, we've got collective experience, and we still teach the other strategies that we've used. But I think having that prior experience, picking up smart money, has not been. I don't think it's been overly difficult. I think if you start off with smart money, it's very difficult. But
yeah. I think at the end of the day, like we said in the past, any strategy works once you have the
yeah,
fundamentals of forex. The things that we teach in the course before we actually teach any strategies is that, if you can manage your risk, control your emotions, understand the psychology behind it, and do all of these things that people tend to
yeah,
teach last. Because as soon as you teach technical analysis, people just ignore everything else. Like,
yeah. It's bizarre. It's bizarre how
they'll
that
just
works.
go
But
straight to the chart, start trading, placing trades, thinking, "Oh, this is great," and then eventually they're going to lose because they've missed out the fundamentals and the core of actual trading, which is essentially
yeah,
just not losing money. If you're not losing money, then you're
mm,
doing something right, pretty much in forex.
yeah,
Especially if there's the percentage of people who lose money. If you're not losing, you're actually winning. It doesn't matter how much you're winning. That's all that matters.
mm,
Preserve capital,
yeah,
manage
exactly.
emotions, all of that stuff. We go
Mm,
really in depth into that. We have a dedicated channel in our Discord community for that. And of course, going from there, that is where we try and promote the most learning into, just because you can learn any strategy and be successful. With order blocks, you can literally take one or two trades that win and you'll be done. You could potentially be done for the entire month.
mm.
But taking those two trades and sitting on your hands for the other 20 days, 20 trading days of the month
Quite hard.
is
Yeah,
that's the
quite hard.
hardest part about it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is essentially the concept behind everything that we've been looking at and the ideology behind what we've been doing. We are going to try and keep these quite regular in the new year, going all the way through 2021. Same with the YouTube content, the Telegram
Okay, mate.
content, and Instagram posts. But this is a collective thing. You've got to, if you give us feedback, tell us you're enjoying it, tell us what you want to change, tell us what topics you want us to cover, series we can
Yeah.
potentially create, anything like that. Any ideas that you have for content for us to create, we'll more than happily create if it's suggested, and we'll more than happily welcome the ideas and suggestions because we are. I think coming into March time, we are going to start struggling for ideas. That's 90 pieces of content
Yeah, it's
across.
basically what
Yeah,
happened last year. Well, at the start of this year.
yeah, but this time we got a
So,
slightly bigger following. We are growing and getting a lot of traction very, very quickly as of recent. So hopefully we're going to turn that into something great. Have lots of content for you guys and produce as much free content as we can. Obviously, if you do want our personal time, we do have the support group in the community available. Tans, you just want to quickly mention the boot camp and then we'll leave this quick cover up.
oh yeah, oh yeah, that's the big. Yeah, so for the new year, a few people have been asking to learn one-to-one from us, but for us, it's quite hard to fit with time in terms of one-to-ones with that many people. So we've started doing. Well, I haven't started yet, but our first boot camp is on January 23rd to 24th. So there's a 2-day boot camp where you'll learn our smart money concept live from all three of us. What else? We'll be running that once a month for. We're going to see how it goes in the new year, but so far we've got quite a few bookings in January, so we'll see how that goes. And then obviously with that, if you decide to join with the boot camp, you obviously get access to everything else that we offer. So if you, and obviously if you want to find out more, visit the website; it's all there, or watch the the webinar. And actually, the bootcamp 1 discount code. I think Ben, if you can edit that in somewhere.
Yeah, we'll do. It'll be on the
Bootcamp.
screen in YouTube.
Bootcamp 1. And try put it there. Okay, try do it in time with me like that.
Everyone
But
on
yeah,
Spotify
so
right
that
now is
just
going to be so confused.
basically, I'm showing where I want Ben to place the code. That gives you £500 off the bootcamp for our very first one. And what else has changed? I think that's everything. Oh, also we do have a Christmas giveaway running. Not Christmas, holiday giveaway. Yeah. So we announced the winners on the 1st of January, first of the year, and where we are giving
New
away
Year's Day.
£250 before. I'm trying to think what we're giving away. We're giving away to 4 lucky winners, £250. All you have to do is visit our Instagram, tag 2 people, and subscribe to our YouTube. Which, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you are already subscribed.
And if you're not, make sure
I
you
would,
are.
well, I would, yeah. If you're not, make sure you are. Yeah. And that's about it in terms of the updates.
Yeah, so if you are on YouTube or even if you're listening on Spotify, get in touch with us. Vertex Investing across all socials, vertexinvesting.co.uk for the website. Get in touch. Let us know your ideas, potential content ideas that we could potentially recreate for yourselves. Even series, we could try doing silly challenges, signals, reactions, anything that you potentially want us to do. We're going to try and avoid day in the life, but we could do. I mean, anything that's suggested, we'll consider. But yeah, Tans, what do you want to say?
That's another thing, Ben. We've stopped doing signals this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
we did
we've been
signals
saying it for a while.
How long did we do it? I forgot how long we did it, but we did. We ended
Till
about
June, I think, or July.
we ended about 78% ROI, and then we just stopped. We felt that our time was it was being distracted by signals, and to be honest, when people join signals, you have that certain level of expectations, and the amount of messages we get about trying to understand the signals, it's taken away a lot of time that we can give our students, and collectively, it's also taken away from our own personal trading time. So for us, it's better off not doing them. I don't think we need to do signals, to be fair.
Yeah, and that's why we opened up the
we've done better
community.
without them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done better without them now. So
everyone else is doing better as well. There's clients literally hitting at least minimum 1 to 10s every single day.
I know.
If you're in the free group, you will see that every day we're posting like real students, real results. You won't get this anywhere else. In terms of these numbers, it's just crazy. And we are completely transparent. Some people are demos, some people aren't even taking the trades, but they've analysed them. But it's all about the case studies behind it, understanding the ideology that we have, and going through from there. But yeah, Tans, anything else to
add? No, I think that's everything.
No, well, in that case, we'll end this episode here. Again, remember, leave your suggestions down below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe already. And whatever you're watching on, make sure you follow the podcast. Other than that, we'll just see you guys next time.
Yeah, take care, guys.